Welcome to this week's update. We have a slight change of scenery. Today it's nice and coolish this morning, so I'm sitting on the patio. Maybe I'll flip it around and show you guys a panoramic of the view that I have to stand on my tippy toes to see, because the wall is like, this is the, can you see it? Ha! This is the top of the wall. And I'm a shorty. It's like at this height. Yeah, so this week's update. I think I had to refilm last week. I don't really remember. Weeks kind of, I still don't understand the whole week thing. So I don't know if I told you about the Bloggers Dowboat Cruise or not. Went to that last Friday. It was really cool. The boat, it was teak. I think the guy said it was handmade, which is amazing. It's like all teak. Inside it had like a little AC'd cabin where we had a buffet dinner, but you could have it set up like, you know, however you want it. Like, you know, put dance floor in there, put lounges, couch, whatever. Doesn't matter. Like, they can do whatever. And then upstairs there's like a deck with like lounging couches and stuff. Which is super cool and really helpful. So, sorry, I just got a phone notification. We have two major cellular carriers out here, Ooredoo, or no, I'm not saying that right, and Vodafone. We have Ooredoo for our house and Vodafone for our phones, and they like to send you messages a lot. Like, they send you notifications all the time about like sales and promotions, and like we're basically doing like a ghetto phone right now, like top up for data, because I don't think they really do contracts out here, which is fine. I don't really want to be under a contract. I hated that in the States, so I'm cool with that. Well, I mean, I haven't been under a contract for years, actually. Tang was what I went with in the States because they had no contract. But anyways, digression. So, go on this cruise. It's super, super cool. I met some really funny and sarcastic women, which is fantastic. My peeps. Met other bloggers, and it was super interesting to see like that you could definitely tell the fashion bloggers versus the food bloggers, because there was some peacocks there that night, which is just kind of great to see. So we had food, and they kind of drove us they left out of the Pearl, so drove us from the Pearl to basically to the Museum of Islamic Art. Like, we passed downtown, we passed like that really scenic skyline, made it almost to the museum, and then turned back and had dinner, and then did the whole thing, you know, skyline thing again, but in the dark. And I was like, if you guys check the blog out, I've already done a post about it for the blog. I failed at taking pictures of the boat. I failed at taking pictures at night, and I took no pictures of food. Yep. Good. I'm a good photographer. But I did bring my real camera, so there's that. I mean, I busted out the big daddy. Baby steps. What else did I do last week? I had my coffee date to catch up. Tuesday I went to this really cool thing. There's this group, it's like they've been around forever. Like forever. Like, I can't even remember how long, but it was like over, did they say it was like 30 years? I don't know, it was like a really long time. They've been around forever, well established. They, cost to get into their meetings because they have it at a hotel, and there's a spread, they have speakers and stuff, which is really cool and something different. So I joined that organization because they have like little sub things that you can be a part of, like a knitting club and book club and film club. So yeah, I find that interesting, and I really genuinely enjoyed those women. They were so it's just one of those social interactions that leaves you feeling uplifted rather than drained. They were so welcoming, and so, I mean, like 10 people came up to say hi and welcome, and, you know, where are you from, and, you know, kind of what's your story, and see if we have anything in common. Hey, do you want to go grab wine at this thing, you know, next week, or, you know, hey, there's this cool thing that I saw. You know, it was really helpful and really kind of uplifting to see. I've actually run into that a lot here. People are really genuinely friendly and outgoing and want you to succeed because they remember when they were new, and, you know, maybe they didn't hit the ground running like I have, and maybe they sat in their house, and, you know, we're all in the same general boat, which it's really nice to see people, you know, helping each other out instead of carping about bullshit on Facebook. So, sorry, Munchkins. Sorry. You start a jar. But yeah, so I went to this thing. There's a really cool photographer that was talking. He's a photojournalist, you know, like dream job photojournalist kind of thing. He was amazing. Got to see his talk about like what he does and what he loves about photography and kind of his philosophy, which is really interesting and kind of echoes something that I'd been thinking about lately. Like he doesn't take 7,000 pictures. Like, I mean, he's a professional and he, you know, gets paid per picture, but he takes good pictures, not all pictures. So I don't know, it's just something I've been kind of tossing around in my mind since, like, you know, digital became viable. So, you know, what do we lose when we take point and click and hope for the best versus lining up shots? And I know I'm guilty of just being lazy and not always lining my shots up, and sometimes they're great and a lot of times they're a waste of space, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I might actually do something either with the blog or with Instagram, like some sort of challenge for myself, like, you know, roll of film somewhere type challenge. I need to remember how big roll of films were. 24. Was there 36? Was there 33? I don't remember. I know 24 is one. But yeah, I did that. It was Tuesday. Wednesday I had the breakfast, another breakfast meeting, and it went, the group dynamic completely changed this week, which was really cool to see. Like, yeah, it just really depends on who you sit next to. So yeah, I had a great conversation with the woman that runs it. Yeah, a couple of really interesting conversations, and like women that I had seen. So I saw women at the Tuesday thing that I had met in other groups. You know, didn't even know they were part of this group. And I met women at the Wednesday thing when I saw at the Tuesday thing. So it's kind of cool to like see the same people at the same things. I'm actually running off to a coffee with someone I met at the Tuesday thing. So that's awesome. What else? I don't remember. I got my visa renewed. It was awesome. It was so easy. Like, DH's boss dropped me off at, you have to go, it's not in the airport, it's in the air cargo terminal. So you go there and like you see the guy at the desk and you're like, hey, I need a visa extension. And he looked at me, he looked at my visa, and he handed me a printout that said, hey, you don't have to come back until, you know, 30 more days. So that was amazing. You know, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I was really worried they were going to be mean to me and yell at me in Arabic, and they didn't. It was really nice. It wasn't even busy when we went. I mean, we went on like a Thursday morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it wasn't busy. And yeah, it was super easy. Then they kind of circled the building a couple times because there's no real parking right there, and they picked me up and drove me to the airport proper, and I hopped a cab, grabbed a coffee, hopped a cab. So that was awesome. Today is Friday, so local Saturday. I've got some things planned today. Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, no, sorry. I didn't tell you about last weekend. Last Saturday's plan. We went to I don't even remember what it's called. It's the the Arabic Modern Art Museum, basically. And I don't know what the acronym is. It's like MATSHAF, MATSHAF. It's a lot. It's okay. I mean, it was a thing that existed. Momo wasn't our favorite place either, so there's that. We love the gift shop at Momo, but the actual museum we've been to once, so we were like, it's fine. It's 30-45 minutes to get to. It's really, or to go through, it's really a pain right now to get to. Yeah, they've labeled it as well as they can, but it's in the middle of a instruction, and it's in something called Education City, so there's that, but construction zone. And they actually had, something that Qatar does really good, like all of their cultural things are free. So they had a free shuttle that will run you. It runs every 30 minutes and it will run you to the Museum of Islamic Art, which is amazing. So we took the shuttle back. We didn't end up looking. I was thinking, I was gonna look out the window, but we didn't end up doing that because I was a little car sick. So we had the shade drawn. We got there, and it was there's actually a craft bazaar that goes on Fridays and Saturdays that we just missed. So we just missed the craft bazaar, and then we walked across the street to Souk and wandered around the Souk and had a nice late lunch, early dinner, and we actually made it there until sunset, which was great because that's when everything opens and all the people come. By then we were exhausted, so we came home. Day after we hit one of the malls, I don't remember which. But yeah, it's a good week. Still not hating it, still liking it. Really finding a different side of myself, a more extroverted side, a more willing to just roll with the punches side. Things about myself I've not traditionally nurtured. So kind of finding my footing there, and not letting it drain me so much, or letting it drain me and then just sitting and curled up in a ball on the couch all night, because that's what I can handle. I made it to yoga this last week. Class was great. I did not make it to working out at all after, aside from that, and I've kind of been starting to not eat everything I want to eat, so that's good. Yeah, and that was my week. Pretty good week. Oh, wait, no, we did something else. What else did we do? Oh, we went out to dinner with new friends, which is nice. But yeah, a woman and her husband, we went, they live right near us, so we met somewhere kind of between our buildings, and we had a nice dinner on the water and waterfront, and it was a good time. So that was good too. Yeah, but that was my week. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna flip you around and give you a little panorama, but I'm gonna sign off for, you know what I mean. Don't forget to, sorry, I've had one sip of this. It's 8:30 in the morning. I'm tired. Yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and the notification bell and all that jazz if you want to keep updated on my shenanigans. DH's shenanigans. I'm gonna make DH be in a video soon. I'm gonna make him try some weird shit. Awesome, maybe, or we might die. One of the two. It's awesome or poison. One of the two. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye. person you can't see the other side. There we go. Oh. I don't know what that is. I think. Oh no, I don't know. I'm not really good at explaining things yet. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out and tell you what it is. I mean, it's like a beach. Duh. But I don't know what beach. And I don't know what the other loopity thing is. I do know. I can tell you that that's the marina.